Your cat is watching you right now, and they are hoping you will do something you have probably never done. Not feed them, not play with them. Something deeper, something that gets written into their nervous system and stays there for the rest of their life. Science has confirmed it. Cats carry something remarkably close to human episodic memory, and certain moments with you shape them permanently. I am going to share all 7 of these acts with you today, but I want you to stay until the very end because the last one is the one most people never get right, and once you hear it, you will never forget it either. Let us go. Number 1. The hidden spot that changes everything. Stop petting your cat the way you have always petted them. I am serious. Most people go straight for the top of the head, maybe behind the ears. It feels natural. The cat tolerates it. But tolerates is the key word. There is one specific spot on your cat's body that carries emotional significance approximately 10 times greater than anywhere else you are touching. And researchers say only about 1 in every 20 cat owners ever finds it on their own. It is called the temporal gland. That soft, warm space between the eye and the ear, right where the cheek curves into the temple. When a mother cat cleans her newborn kittens, she focuses exactly there. And it is not by accident. That area contains scent glands that release pheromones when touched with gentleness and intention. These pheromones create what scientists call a social odor memory, a permanent imprint woven into your cat's emotional map. At the same time, that touch triggers a wave of oxytocin that literally rewires how the kitten and the adult cat responds to stress, not just in the moment. Researchers at Oregon State University found that cats regularly petted in that region show cortisol levels, the primary stress hormone, approximately 40% lower throughout their entire lives. Not during the session, throughout their lives. The technique is simple. 1 fingertip, slow, gentle, circular. When you touch that spot with care, you are not just petting them, you are writing yourself into their nervous system. That memory does not fade. It consolidates, growing stronger and more permanent over time. Now, speaking of things that permanently shape your cat's brain, the next act is something you do every single day, and you probably have no idea how much damage the wrong version is causing. Number 2. What happens in the first 10 seconds of the morning? Your cat wakes up every morning and performs a biological ritual. Researchers call it the social check. In the wild, this was survival. Every member of the group confirming that everyone made it through the night. In your home, you are the group, and the way you respond in the first 10 seconds after your cat approaches you in the morning determines their emotional state for the next 16 hours. Not an hour, 16 hours. Researchers at the University of Georgia tracked this precisely. Cats who received morning acknowledgement, even something as small as a few words, a slow blink, or a hand extended, ate approximately 30% more throughout the day, played twice as much, fell into deep sleep more quickly at night. But the cats who were ignored? After approximately 12 days of being dismissed in that morning moment, they stopped approaching. The neural pathway that supports bonding behavior begins to be pruned. Scientists call it synaptic elimination. The brain literally stops expecting connection. And here's the part that stays with you. You do not need to get out of bed. You do not need to perform a whole routine. A quiet good morning, a hand extended from under the covers, your eyes opening and meeting theirs. That is the entire ritual, and it activates their attachment system for the full day. Number 3. The voice that either grows or shrinks their brain. This one surprises almost everyone. Your cat does not just like hearing your voice. They need it in a way that is biological, neurological, measurable. Japanese researchers using functional brain scans discovered that cats who are spoken to regularly develop a thicker auditory cortex, the part of the brain responsible for processing human speech. It physically grows. New neural connections form that simply were not there before. But the flip side? Cats raised in quiet homes, where no one speaks to them directly, show brain patterns nearly identical to cats with hearing loss. Their brains shrink from the silence. Now here is something most people get wrong. Baby talk, that high-pitched, squeaky sing-song voice, actually mimics the distress calls of young kittens. It increases anxiety instead of comfort. What your cat needs is a normal tone, the same voice you would use with a close friend. Tell them about the frustrating email you just got. Narrate what you are cooking. Comment on the rain while you both stare out the window together. And here is a detail that genuinely fascinates researchers. Cats can tell the difference between you talking about them and talking directly to them. They read your emotional state from the rhythm of your voice alone. In homes where there is very little direct conversation with cats, many develop what specialists call selective mutism. They simply stop meowing. They stop trying because they learned that communication does not lead to connection. That is one of the quietest forms of heartbreak in a cat's life. Number 4. The signal you are crossing right now. Here is something uncomfortable. Every cat has a limit, a precise point where pleasant stimulation flips into neurological overload. The Cornell Feline Health Center calls it the petting threshold, and most people blow right past it without ever realizing what they have done. The signs your cat gives you are clear if you know what to look for. A tail that begins to tremble, skin that ripples along the spine, ears tilting back, a subtle shift in body weight, pupils that suddenly expand wide. This is not attitude. This is not them being difficult. This is their nervous system sending a distress signal. The skin receptors are saturated. The brain is receiving more stimulation than it can safely process, and the body is beginning to prepare a stress response. When you notice these signs and stop immediately, something profound happens. The cat releases GABA, a neurotransmitter that reinforces trust pathways in the brain. They learn at a neurological level that you are safe because you listen. Researchers call this predictive comfort. The nervous system begins to anticipate safety when you approach. But when you push past those signals, you activate the sympathetic nervous system, the same system a predator triggers. Some cats live with this for years, accumulating a stress debt that eventually surfaces as aggression, withdrawal, or chronic illness. Every boundary you respect is stored. Every boundary you cross is stored. These memories form the safety map your cat holds of you for the rest of their life. If you are finding this valuable, hit the like button and subscribe right now. I post new videos regularly, and I do not want you to miss them. Number 5. The thing you do every day that traumatizes them. You probably leave the house the wrong way, every single day. Research from the University of Lincoln shows that approximately 20 minutes before you walk out the door, your cat already knows you are leaving. They recognized your routine before you even picked up your keys. The specific sound of the keys, the way you put on your shoes, the movement toward the bag. Their heart rate climbs 30%. Stress hormones surge through the body. Pupils dilate completely. And then most owners do one of two things. They ignore the cat entirely on the way out, or they make a long, emotional, drawn-out goodbye. Behavioral specialists say both responses cause lasting psychological damage. What your cat needs is a departure ritual, not an emotional performance, not silence, a ritual. One phrase, always the same tone. A treat, always left in the same location, or a specific toy that appears only at departure time. Through repetition, the hippocampus builds anticipatory safety. Your cat learns through pattern that your leaving always means your return. Cats with established departure rituals show 50% less destructive behavior when alone. Their amygdala, the brain's fear center, remains measurably calm. Without this ritual, hours spent at the door, body tense, unable to rest, waiting for a return they cannot predict, chronic stress, weakened immune system, a shorter life. A shorter life because of something as fixable as a consistent phrase when you walk out the door. Number 6. The kind of presence that heals them. When your cat is sick, most people show up in completely the wrong way. They hover, they check constantly, they pick the cat up when the cat does not want to be held, or they back off entirely, thinking the cat needs space and quiet. Researchers at the University of California, Davis found that both of these approaches slow recovery. What sick cats need is something very specific: social proximity without interaction. This comes directly from their wild instincts. An injured wildcat would position themselves where others could see them, but without physical contact. Visible, present, safe, but not touched. Your quiet presence in the same room, sitting nearby, reading, working, resting, triggers the release of immunoglobulin A, an antibody that actively fights infection. Immune recovery markers improve approximately 25% faster. White blood cell counts stabilize earlier. Appetite returns days sooner. And leaving a sick cat completely alone? That triggers abandonment stress. The immune system suppresses. Illness extends by up to 40%. Your cat does not fall seriously ill many times in their life. These moments are stored in the limbic system permanently. The way you show up when they are most vulnerable is one of the things they remember deepest. But now, the one I promised you at the start. The act of love that most owners never get right. The one that matters more than all the others combined. Number 7. The words your cat has been waiting their whole life to hear. Cats know when they are dying. Research at Colorado State University's veterinary hospital confirms it clearly. Behavioral changes begin weeks before the end. They know. In the wild, showing weakness was a death sentence, so cats evolved to hide it. Indoors, that same instinct becomes a form of private suffering. They are exhausted. They want to let go. But they sense, because they are that attuned to you, that their decline is causing you pain. And so they keep pushing, pretending, holding on beyond what their body asks for. Veterinarians who specialize in end-of-life care have documented what happens when owners make a different choice. When they gently, quietly, verbally acknowledge what is happening. Cortisol drops. Purring increases. Cats seek more physical closeness. They eat better. They rest. And in every measurable way, they seem at peace. What they need to hear is not complicated. That everything is going to be all right. That you know. That they do not have to pretend anymore. That they were good. That they are loved. And that when they are ready, they may go. This is not giving up on them. This is the highest form of love in this entire video. Because your cat will only experience this moment once, and the way you meet them in it becomes their final memory, recorded until the very last moment of consciousness. Now I want to hear from you. Which of these 7 acts hit you hardest? Have you ever noticed any of these signs in your own cat? Drop it in the comments below. I read every single one, and I will reply. And if this video moved you even a little, there is one playing on screen right now about 20 things your cat loves that most owners never notice. Click it. I will see you there.